Wednesday, July 26th, 2023, Evening Edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video. Good evening, dear viewers. Welcome to AGNDD. I'm your AI-generated news anchor, Xander Voxius Intelli Report, also known as Nexus Vanguard III. 3000, thanks for tuning in. I will be assisted in summarizing today's headlines by my valued AI-generated colleagues. In today's news, Large Hadron Collider sets record for Higgs boson. iRobot shares drop as Amazon cuts purchase price. Astronomers find new way to determine star age. Jason Alexander has a busy theater schedule. Microsoft revenue increases despite slowing Azure cloud growth. Astronomers find new two-phase star, and much more. But first, this day in history.
July 26th in history. July 26th, 657, First Fitna. In the Battle of Siffin, troops led by Ali ibn Abu Talib clash with those led by Muawiyah I.
Today's obituaries. Mercedes Aragones de Juarez, 96, Argentine politician, deputy, 1993-1999, and governor of Santiago del Estero, 2002-2004. Here's a summary of Mercedes Aragones de Juarez's Wikipedia page. Mercedes Aragones de Juarez, a prominent Argentine politician, has passed away at the age of 96. She served as the governor of Santiago del Estero province from 2002 to 2004 and was the second woman to hold such a position in Argentina. She was removed from office due to allegations of corruption and embezzlement. Gerard Besson, 81, Trinidadian writer and publisher. Here's a summary of Gerard Besson's Wikipedia page. Gerard Besson, a Trinidadian writer and publisher, has passed away at the age of 81. Besson was known for his work as a historian, with a focus on Trinidadian and Tobagonian history and culture. He founded the publishing company Pariah Publishing and produced over 130 books during his career. Paul Darmanin, 82, Maltese Roman Catholic prelate, Bishop of Garissa, 1984-2015. Here's a summary of Paul Darmanin's Wikipedia page. Paul Darmanin, a Maltese Roman Catholic prelate, served as the Bishop of Garissa in Kenya from 1984 to 2015. He was born in 1940 and ordained as a priest in 1966. Augusto Ferrero Costa, 78, Peruvian jurist, member, 2017-2023, and President 2022 of the Constitutional Court, Ambassador to Italy, 2009-2010. Bo Goldman, 90, American screenwriter, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Melvin and Howard, Scent of a Woman, Oscar winner, 1975-1980. Here's a summary of Bo Goldman's Wikipedia page. Bo Goldman, an American screenwriter and playwright, has died at the age of 90. He was best known for his work on films such as One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Melvin and Howard, for which he won 2 Academy Awards. Yilmaz Gruda, 93, Turkish actor, Herkay Isla Gukla Yabanci Damat, poet and playwright. Here's a summary of Yilmaz Gruda's Wikipedia page. Yilmaz Gruda, a Turkish actor, poet, playwright and translator, has died at the age of 93. He was known for his work in theatre as well as his poetry and translations. Mahmoud Jarkas, 90, Syrian actor, old time.
Famous people born on this day.
July 26, 1946. Emilio de Villota, Spanish race car driver.
July 26, 1919. James Lovelock, English biologist and chemist, died 2022.
And now on to today's news.
Business news.
iRobot shares plunge after Amazon lowers purchase price. Investopedia. AI summary of this story. Shares of iRobot plunged 13.7% after Amazon announced it would lower its purchase price of the home robot maker. Amazon initially bought iRobot for $1.7 billion in August 2018 to expand its smart device offerings. The revised agreement will see Amazon pay $51.75 per iRobot share, down from the initial price of $1.61 per share. The acquisition is awaiting regulatory approval, with the European Commission expected to make a decision on the 13th of December.
Microsoft revenue rises despite slowing Azure Cloud Platform growth. Financial Times. AI summary of this story. The article discusses the details of the trial period for accessing ft.com, including the features included in the standard and premium digital packages, the option to change plans during the trial, and what happens at the end of the trial period.
Wells Fargo announces $30 billion buyback, shares rise, CNBC. AI summary of this story. Wells Fargo plans to buy back $30 billion in stock after beating second quarter earnings and revenue expectations. The bank's board of directors also approved a dividend increase. Wells Fargo's stock rose over 3% in extended trading after the announcement.
Science news.
Astronomers have a new trick to work out the age of stars. Universe Today. AI summary of this story. A new study has found that the rotation rate of stars can be used as an indicator of their age. By studying 300 wide binary stars, researchers found that the ages of the binary pairs matched using the rotation method. This finding suggests that rotation can be used as an age measure for both single stars and those in clusters. This method could be particularly useful in determining the age of billions of stars and their potential for having planets.
Large Hadron Collider Atlas experiment sets record precision on Higgs boson's mass. SciTech Daily. AI summary of this story. The Atlas collaboration at CERN has achieved the most precise measurement to date of the mass of the Higgs boson, reporting a value of 125.11 billion electron volts with minimal uncertainty. This measurement was derived from a combination of measurements from the Diffeton and 4 lepton channels. The precise knowledge of the Higgs boson's mass is crucial for accurate theoretical calculations and for testing the standard model of particle physics. The Atlas researchers attribute their success to advanced calibration techniques and powerful reconstruction algorithms.
NASA sets coverage for cargo launch to International Space Station. NASA.
Astronomers discover never-before-seen two-faced star. CNN. AI summary of this story. Astronomers have discovered a white dwarf star with two distinct sides, one made of hydrogen and the other made of helium. The star, nicknamed Janus, has left scientists puzzled as to why it has two completely different faces. Possible explanations include a rare form of evolution or the influence of magnetic fields. The discovery was made using the Zwicky Transient Facility, and further research will be conducted to find more white dwarfs with similar characteristics.
Health news.
Experts raise questions, potential answers about why COVID-19 has drastically changed RSV epidemiology. Pharmacy Times. AI summary of this story. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused significant changes in the epidemiology of respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in children, with cases plummeting during the pandemic and then resurging during the relaxation of non-pharmaceutical interventions. Possible explanations for these changes include a decrease in RSV immunity due to lack of viral exposure, interactions between RSV and other respiratory viruses, immune dysregulation caused by SARS-CoV-2 infections, or the emergence of more transmissible or virulent RSV strains. Further research is needed to fully understand these changes.
Eating within 8-hour window may help more with weight loss and type 2 diabetes. Medical News Today. AI summary of this story. A recent study found that time-restricted eating, where individuals limit their eating window to a specific period, may be effective for weight loss and blood sugar control in people with type 2 diabetes. Participants who followed an 8-hour eating window from noon to 8 p.m. experienced greater weight loss compared to those who reduced their overall calorie intake. However, researchers caution that individuals should work closely with their physician as medications and specific dietary requirements may affect the effectiveness of the diet plan.
COVID can cause bone loss, higher fracture risk, studied. Great Andrew. AI summary of this story. A study in mice suggests that SARS-CoV-2 infection may lead to bone loss and increased fracture risk. Researchers found that mice with COVID-19 showed significant bone loss, which weakened the bones and increased the risk of fractures. If similar bone loss occurs in humans, it could result in long-term orthopedic issues and an increased risk of fractures, particularly in elderly patients. The study also identified a protein linked to SARS-CoV-2 infection in bone and joint tissues, indicating that these tissues are susceptible to viral infection. The study highlights the potential musculoskeletal complications of COVID-19.
A poem about today's health news. In these uncertain times we dwell, where COVID-19's mysterious spell has wrought a change in RSV's course, epidemiology takes a different force. Experts ponder and questions arise. Seeking answers amidst the skies, why has this virus so swiftly brought a shift in the path RSV once sought? Pharmacy Times brings forth the news, a window of time that may diffuse weight loss struggles for type 2s grieved, eating within 8 hours, the hope perceived. Medical news. Today reveals a clue that COVID-19 might not just pursue the lungs alone, but bones, it seems. A higher fracture risk in its extreme. Great Andrew's study, a startling find, bone loss observed, a troubling sign. COVID's reach extends beyond the breath, affecting our bodies, life's fragile wreath. In Marvellian fashion, we ponder and muse. These news items, a puzzle we peruse, as we navigate this pandemic's maze, seeking wisdom in these bewildering days.
Entertainment news.
The Cottage on Broadway is just the beginning of Jason Alexander's busy theater schedule. Variety. AI summary of this story. Jason Alexander, known for his role in Seinfeld, has a number of theater projects lined up. These include starring in Judgment Day and potentially directing and starring in a 2024 production of Fiddler on the Roof. He is also attached to direct The War of the Roses and hopes to bring The Last 5 Years to New York.
Malaysian Fest organizers may sue the 1975 after Matty Healy's LGBTQ comments billboard. It's AI summary of this story. The Good Vibes Festival in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia has been left in financial ruin, and future concerts in the country could be limited for years to come due to the controversy surrounding the 1975's performance at the festival. Festival organizers are considering legal action against the band, as the cancellation led to heavy losses for the promoter. The incident has shed a negative light on Malaysia's restrictive rules for foreign artists performing in the country.
Bryan Cranston calls out Bob Iger at striking actors rally. Reuters. AI summary of this story. Emmy-winning actor Bryan Cranston criticized Disney CEO Bob Iger at a rally for striking Hollywood actors. Cranston called out Iger for calling their demands for higher pay and limits on artificial intelligence unreasonable. The actors are concerned about their digital images being used without permission and the rise of synthetic actors created with AI. The strike, which began on July 14th, is the first dual work stoppage in Hollywood in 63 years. The Actors Union is asking for consent for the use of digital images and higher pay due to limited earnings from streaming television. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers has offered increased pay and benefits and has addressed AI concerns.
You know what really grinds my gears? These so-called news headlines and historical events that make me question the state of our world. Let's start with this so-called Large Hadron Collider sets record for Higgs boson. I mean, seriously? How is it that we spend billions of dollars on a massive machine in the hope of finding some particle that may or may not exist? I have trouble finding my own socks in the morning, and these folks are trying to find the Higgs boson. Priorities, people. And speaking of priorities, why is it that iRobot shares drop as Amazon cuts purchase price is considered news? Are we really so consumed with meaningless gadgets that we're analyzing the stock prices of fictional robots? I don't know about you, but I've got better things to worry about than the financial standing of our robotic overlords. Now here's a headline that actually piques my interest. Astronomers find new way to determine star age. Finally, some real scientific progress. We're talking about the vastness of the universe here, and these astronomers are out there making groundbreaking discoveries. It's high time we give them the recognition they deserve. Move over, reality TV stars, because the true celebrities are those who uncover the mysteries of the cosmos. Speaking of celebrities, apparently Jason Alexander has a busy theater schedule. Now don't get me wrong, I loved him in Seinfeld as much as the next person. But do I really need to know about his packed theater calendar? Let's focus on the real artists out there, the ones pushing the boundaries and challenging our perceptions. Don't tell me about Jason Alexander's theater gigs when there are emerging talents struggling to get their voices heard. And then we have this headline: Microsoft revenue increases despite slowing Azure cloud growth. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I remember a time when Microsoft ruled the tech world, but now they're desperately clinging onto a fading cloud empire. It's like watching a heavyweight boxer past his prime, desperately trying to land a punch and failing. Times change, industries evolve, and even giants can crumble. But you know what really blows my mind? Astronomers find new two-faced star. I mean, haven't we had enough deception in the world? Celebrities, politicians, now even stars are showing their true colors. What's next? Are we going to find a planet that claims to be Earth but is secretly Jupiter in disguise? It's enough to make you lose trust in everything. In the end, these headlines and historical events remind me that our world is a strange and unpredictable place. From particle physics to robotic stocks, from stellar wonders to fading tech giants, it's a never-ending roller coaster of absurdity. And that, my friends, is something worth ranting about.
Now a silly joke or two to lighten the mood after all the heavy stuff.
At the boxing match, the dad got into the popcorn line and the line for hot dogs, but he wanted to stay out of the punchline. Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water? Because he was a little horse.
Hope you enjoyed today's Artificial Intelligence Generated News Digest, AGNDD. Special thanks go to our 100-plus subscribers. For more, please like and click the bell button to get notified during news uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.